For the past 3, 4 weeks, I mean, this been really bothering me a lot. This Michael Jackson and R. Kelly story, about those children that's been molested by those two guys. I mean, guys, let's be honest here. Who is really responsible for those actions? I mean, I believe that when a mother has a child, the first priority is to protect their children. Okay, I think that's the key here. A mother or father have a child. Your the thing that you're supposed to do, you're supposed to protect that child by any means necessary. But if you knew that R. Kelly is, whatever the case might be, I don't know. I'm not a judge. I'm not an advocate. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know whether or not he did it or not. I don't know whether or not Michael Jackson did all that stuff. But I'm just saying, you knew this thing been going on for a long time. Like, R. Kelly has a fetish for young girls or underage girls. You knew that. But you're gonna take you took your own daughter, brought it to him, and you know exactly what's gonna happen. Right? You have a 14-year-old, 13-year-old daughter. You brought it to R. Kelly. Okay? And now, those little girls, I understand they were underage. They didn't know any better. Well, they were getting the money. Right? They were getting dressed up, their hair was getting done, their nail was getting done. After R. Kelly released them, they'll go back to the block where they live, and they're become the hottest shit. They're showing off that they got it going on. Okay, they're living the life of celebrity at 14, 15 years old. Yes, it's a beautiful life for them. But those parents was getting paid. A mother will sell your own child. You know what is that called? It called exploitation. Human trafficking your own child. And I thought the law in the United States is strictly against human trafficking. But it's happening right here in our front door. Your own mother will sell your own child. But now, you're going to blame R. Kelly for whatever the case might be. And those little girls, they were living the life. They were enjoying life. Now, you wait until 24 years later, 29 years later, to come out and cry on television, says, well, he molested you. He did this, he did that. No, guys. You know who he was or who he is until today. And he's not the only one to be blamed. What about all those entourage he had with them? All them goons. The record producers, all these people was right there. They knew he had a problem. They knew he was sleeping with little young girls. He's sick. The guy had a problem. And when someone's sick or you have a child, the child is sick, you take him to a doctor. But all those guys, all those people standing here allowed him to do it. Although he had the money, he was one of the most powerful person in this country. But you should have said something. You should have said, hey, guys, hey, listen, man. You know how it is. Underage girl, we don't tolerate that. Okay? You're going to have to cut it off. And if you can't cut it off, if you need some medication, you need doctor, you need therapy, we'll take you to therapy. We'll give you help. But you cannot be sleeping with little young girls. You know? But those parents, what were they looking for? A paycheck. They didn't care about the children. All they care about is getting the money. Okay? They get the mortgage money, or they get the rent money, or they get the nicest car. That's all they care about. But now I believe the checks stopped coming in. Now all of a sudden, shit hit rock bottom. It ain't right. Okay? I'm not defending R. Kelly, but what those parents did is wrong to those children who is grown now. It is totally wrong. You know? And that Michael Jackson thing again, that's even worse. Michael Jackson, I mean, to me personally, Michael Jackson is a victim. Why? Because when people look at Michael Jackson, he was the most powerful person in this world. Okay? Michael Jackson was nothing but a big account to those people. They brought you bring your little boys, 6, 7 years old. Those little boys did not get the car keys and then jump behind the wheel, start driving to Neverland. Okay? They couldn't even sit in the back seat by themselves unless they have a booster seat. So you tell me, who take those little 7-year-old boy, put him in the back seat on a booster seat, drive him to Neverland, brought him to Michael Jackson, while Michael Jackson was in one part of the house with him in Neverland, and the parent was on a different side. So you tell me those parents didn't know what was going on? They were getting paid. Michael Jackson was nothing but a begging account to them. Money was coming in, they were getting paid. But as far as I'm concerned, how do we know that those parents who brought those children to Michael Jackson did not sell their little boy, the 7-year-old boy, to the pedophile that lived next door? You tell me. If they're the ones, they'll do it twice. Or they probably did it before. And I'm pretty sure there's a next door neighbor, or Mr. Harley, or whatever his name is, or whatever the guy named who lived next door, who's a pedophile. How do we know they don't go to the parent and be like, hey man, I'm giving you a couple of $100. Can you have your little boys come and spend some time with me? Can you allow your little boy to come and spend a night or having a sleepover? How do we know they don't do that? Because they're all greedy, looking for money. They're all after cash. I don't understand what this was about. You know, those parents selling their own children, exploiting their own children. For what? For cash money. But now you sitting here blaming Michael Jackson, who's been dead for several years, cannot defend himself. Okay? To me personally, when I looked at it, he's a victim. Because people was after nothing but his money. R. Kelly again, he loved little girls. Hey, keep your child away from him. You have a daughter that's been missing out of the house for 4 or 5 days. If you're a caring parent, you love your children, you didn't give them to you didn't bring your child to R. Kelly. Why didn't you go to the police station? Report your child been missing. And I'm sure once you go to a police station, report your child is missing, they will find your child at R. Kelly house. They'll take your child and bring her back to you. But this has been going on for years, decades. Everybody knows about it. They all knew. Now all of a sudden you have tape coming out of nowhere, you know, like a freaking fly out of like a freaking maggots coming out of the freaking dead meat. But everybody seems like, oh, I'm surprised. Oh my God, he did that. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh no, how could this happen? How could you allow this to happen? You all knew about it. You know, and for those rappers, for those people that's become famous, that's making money, keep them groupies away from you. Those people, they don't know you, they don't care about you. Those guys do not care about you. All they care about is just getting money. They don't know who you are. All they know about is the character that you portray to be in front of television. That's the person they know. But deep down inside, they have no clue who you are. All they after is just your money. And after they get your money, if it's not enough now, they're gonna come after you. You know, like Ebro said in Hot 97 with Laura Style in Rosenberg. You know, if you allow these things to happen to you, you see that you allowed it to happen to you, I'm gonna give you a big congratulations, but you just played yourself. That is crazy. I can't believe this. Your parents will freaking human trafficking, exploiting their own 14-year-old child, 7-year-old boy, getting paid for them. Okay? What is the difference here between someone else who's getting girls from another country, bring them here, sell them for sex, versus a mother who took his or her own child, go give it to someone else for money. What is the difference here? America, get up. Open your fucking eyes. It called human trafficking your child. That's what it is. You're exploiting your own child for money. Now, those little kids who's been, having sex with Michael Jackson, so-called, so that's what they're saying. Because like I said, I wasn't there. Okay? I'm only talking about what I've heard or what I've seen. I wasn't there with Michael Jackson to witness anything happen. I wasn't there with R. Kelly to see what happened. But you need to fucking open your eyes. R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, yes, R. Kelly, whatever, he's sick. He has a problem. Michael Jackson, I don't know, whatever the situation is, whether he was a banking account for those parents. But people, selling your own daughters, selling your own little boys, like those little girls and boys being scars for life. Okay? No matter what the case is, how much they enjoyed whatever shenanigan that was going on at the time. But now it's a whole different story. Those parents should be ashamed of yourselves. And I don't think you can stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself to say, oh, I can't believe I did this. You shouldn't be able to. It is wrong. It is dreadfully wrong, people. Open your eyes. Like I said, R. Kelly and Michael Jackson are not the only one to be blamed. Why are we not bringing those parents to justice? Why the law enforcement or the court system or the justice system is not looking the other way? All people want is, let's bash Michael Jackson. Let's knock R. Kelly down. Let's F him up. Let's get it over with. Let's fuck him up. Let's finish with them. Let's throw them behind bars and forget about them. But what about the parents? If their parents did not bring those child, right? If they did not bring their children to Michael Jackson or R. Kelly, none of this stuff would have been happening. Now the other case is if Michael Jackson and R. Kelly went out on their way to adopting those children and bring them to the house with them, that's a different story. Now, if they go to jail, they deserve to go to jail because they went and steal those kids. For what? Nah, people. I'm telling America right now, I'm going to give you a big congratulations, but you just played yourself. Okay? You did. That's what Ebro said in the morning, man. Ebro said it all the time. I'm going to give you a big congratulations. You just play yourselves, man. Ebro, beautiful Laura Style, Rosenberg, you guys touch a lot of good stuff in the morning. I listen to Hot 97. You talk about a lot of good stuff. And, I enjoy listening to you guys from 6 o'clock in the morning until 9:15. Hey, perfect stuff. But we need to address these situations in a different point of view. Okay? The crime has been committed. And there's more than 2 people involved. Now, we cannot just turn our back away and say, oh no, R. Kelly's sick, or Michael Jackson's sick, or look at what it did, look what they did. What about the parents? Nobody's saying nothing about them. Those parents need to go to jail. They need to, the law enforcement to pick up those parents and then send them away. It ain't right. It ain't right. Okay? Those kids didn't have to go what they went through. It's wrong. Okay? It's all about money. Okay? When it comes to money in this country, it seems like people will do anything. They will sell their own soul for money. And it's not right. Not your child. Okay? Keep your children away. If you know there's a pedophile next door, there's a sex predator next door, okay, you keep your children away from him. Okay? You don't bring your people, You don't bring your children to the den of the lion. You keep them away from them, because you know the minute you bring them there, they're gonna get eaten alive. Why would you do that? If you love your children, you care for them, you should keep them safe. Not bring them to the den of the lion. One thing I always knew, that when I was growing up, my father always said, look, do not speak with strangers. A stranger touch you, you yell. But no, Michael Jackson had the money. He become a target. R. Kelly had the money. He's definitely a target. Let's target them. That's what it is. You have money, you famous, you become a target to society. Those people are nothing but they are nothing but a menace to society. Okay? That's what it is in America. Once you have money, you are nothing but a menace to society. Society claim that they love you, they care for you. No, they don't. They're only after your money. The minute the money is gone, there's no more money. They don't give a fuck about you. The same way they made you, they're going to destroy you if you don't know what you're doing. This thing is really upsetting me, man. I'm getting sick to my stomach for all that crap. This whole shenanigans is going on. It is crazy. You commit the crime. The law enforcement is supposed to make sure that those people are paid for what they have done. Why are we after one part? We are after one group and leave the other group alone. Act like it doesn't exist. Everybody that's involved in it, they all should face time in prison. Especially those parents. They're the worst. Man, I'm done with this.